And so when it comes to identifying how you are going to change your life, make sure you are enjoying the vehicle. Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Erin, and this channel is all about becoming the coolest person that you know so that you can live an extraordinary life, and if you do choose to do so, build an extraordinary business. Now, I am somewhat of a connoisseur of changing your life content. Some of my biggest videos here on YouTube, the videos that you seem to have enjoyed the most, have all been about the process of changing your life. And whilst for a little while I stopped creating these videos because I was in a season of healing, I am now back into a season where I want to change my life. And so of course, I want to bring you along with me. So this video is going to be a change your life in 6 months video. I'm going to give you like an exact process for you to follow, focusing on both mindset and the strategy or the actions that you need to take if you truly do want to spend the rest of 2024 creating a completely different experience. I don't know about you, but I'm in this phase right now where I feel like I am just simply not living up to my potential. I feel like I just want to have a season of deep focus, of deep intention, of deep work, where I can truly get to the end of the year and feel really proud of myself for making strides in not only my life, but in my business. So like I said, this video is going to be me giving you kind of like a step-by-step process on how to change your life in 6 months. Now, before I give you my actual process, like what we're going to be doing to change our life, because hear me out. This is not going to be one of those videos that you walk away from feeling inspired, feeling activated, feeling motivated, and then it just goes to the back of your mind and you never think about it again. I want to give you an actual system, a simple and yet extremely effective system that you can walk away from this video having already half implemented, so you're part of the way there. But what I do want to say is that when it comes to changing your life, when it comes to personal development, make sure that you are not constantly falling into the trap of everlasting healing. You know, a big part of changing your life is going through healing past trauma, blocks, limiting beliefs, the things that hold you back from being the best version of yourself. We can't always be in that state. This video is not about that. This video is not about healing. This video is not about shadow work. This video is not about overcoming any blocks or limitations. This video is going to be about taking action. But what I want you to realize is that life comes in seasons or chapters, if you want to call it that. I have realized as someone who is perpetually in the progress of changing their life, evolving and witnessing and experiencing different things, that you have to understand that life needs to be experienced in different seasons. I've kind of broken it down into 4 main seasons that you'll find yourself witnessing and experiencing over time. And I've given them cute little names just so they're easy to remember. But before we get into the video of or the process or the system of changing your life, I want you to identify the season that you are currently in. So the first season that you will experience and witness over your life is a season that I am calling sliving. I fully invented that. If anybody else says that they invented that, Paris Hilton, I invented that. And of course she did. But I really like that word to describe this season because there has to be periods of life where you rest on your laurels, where you enjoy the success that you have created for yourself. You can't always be head down focused and hustling. You can't always be in a growth phase, and you definitely can't always be in a healing phase. There has to be seasons of life where you just live to be. You live to enjoy yourself. You really stay present in each day, and you are in a constant state of excitement, love, gratitude. Maybe this might be when you're falling in love with a new partner. It might be when you've decided to go travel the world for 3 months. It might be after a season where you have created extraordinary success in your business and you kind of just want to enjoy the income or abundance or impact that you are making. So make sure you are making time in your life for sliving. The next season is a season called What the Fuck Universe. Now, this is the season that I have been in previously. These are the kinds of seasons that come when you are thrusted into challenges. Now, I know this can be really difficult. Like sometimes these challenges are extremely unwelcome, whether they be a health health complication, an emotional challenge, maybe breaking up with someone or having experienced some kind of loss or just going through a difficult time in your business. However, these seasons are just as important as the other seasons because these are the seasons where we grow. If you've ever heard the quote that diamonds are made through pressure, this is exactly what these seasons are about. These seasons are here to challenge you, to help thrust you into becoming a new version of yourself. You actually don't grow as much as you think you do when you're in these sliving seasons. And you sometimes don't even grow as much when you're in action-taking seasons either. It's when you can actually prove to yourself that you are stronger than you previously thought you were and that you can live through the challenging experiences that we all have in our lifetime that are necessary for personal development and growth. Now, what often happens when we've been through a what the fuck universe season is that we then go into a season of healing. Like I said, personal development a lot of the time is about healing. It's about looking at our blocks, looking at our trauma, understanding why we are the way that we are, and adapting those habits or routines or personality traits, reprogramming our subconscious mind. There are seasons where we really are going to have to cocoon ourselves, and that's what I've called these seasons, the cocooning season. We have to go inwards and we have to do the work so that we can then come out to grow and to blossom. But the fourth season is called Becoming the Coolest Person You Know. The fourth season is the season we're going to be talking about in this video. This is a season where you just take massive action. This is the season where you catapult yourself into a new version, into a new sliving experience in the future. These are the seasons where you put your head down, you focus, you take action, and you take responsibility for moving the needle in your life. I think it's really important to determine that life is going to come in these seasons because sometimes we might be in a season of cocooning and we're putting pressure on ourselves. I should be growing, I should be expanding, I should be achieving. And it's just not the time or place for it. Similarly, we might work too hard. We might go through a season where we have been becoming the coolest person we know, putting our head down and focusing, and then forget to actually live and enjoy our life. So now that you know what the seasons are, identify maybe which season you have been in and let me know in the comments below. But like I said, this video and the process that I'm about to take you through is all about growth. It's all about becoming the coolest person you know. It's going to be a season of taking action and making massive change in your life. So let's get into the process. The first thing that you need to do is take radical responsibility. Nobody else is coming to change your life. Nobody else is going to take the action for you. And I know this seems simple in theory, but actually it's a very difficult thing to do in practice. You have to take full responsibility, not only for the actions that you are going to take, but what's going on in your internal world. I've had some experiences recently, which I'll talk about in a future video, where I have just realized the power of the mind, the power of speech, the power of internal talk, more than ever. And you have to fully take responsibility that if you are going to transform yourself into a new person and therefore transform the life that you are living, you have to take radical responsibility for what is going on internally, how you're thinking, how you're feeling. I know it almost seems draining. This is why personal development is actually work, because you have to put in the effort to take responsibility for your internal world. You can no longer live in a state of victimhood. You can no longer let your emotions take control of your day-to-day experience, being hyper reactive to everything that's going on around you. You have to take control and responsibility for yourself, because that truly is the first step in everlasting change. And as you are taking responsibility for yourself, this is a good opportunity to do an assessment, to do a lifestyle and a personal assessment. What is it that you actually want to change? What is it that I really want to change over the next 6 months? Because what we're doing is focus, work, and intention. Now, intention being a crucial part of this picture. Imagine yourself at the end of this year. It's New Year's, you're celebrating with your friends, you're having a little dance party. What are you celebrating? What changes did you make over the last 6 months that you can feel really proud of? Now that you know and you've got clarity on what changes you want to make over the next 6 months, like for me, I really want to go back to a state of growth with social media and content creation. I have definitely been in a phase of sliving for a little while and then healing for a little while. And through that, I didn't really focus on growing my business. So for me, I really want to double down and focus focus on content creation, consistency with content creation, as well as just building my businesses. And so at the end of the year, I'm going to feel really proud of myself if I feel like I have actually put in the work to grow my businesses. And then the next part of this is, what are you currently doing, thinking, feeling that is not conducive to achieving these goals? One thing for me is that I have actually been having a lot of the negative self-talk about myself when it comes to my ability to continually grow my business and to grow on social media. I've been saying things to myself like, it's been too long, your time is over, if you were going to become mega successful and megastar success, you would have done it already. Like, I've had really negative self-talk around what's possible for me on social media and with my business. And so I'm being hyper aware of this negative self-talk and every day actively switching it around to a more optimistic, hopeful view. And so really start to assess what parts of your lifestyle, what parts of your habits, your routines, and your inner world are not conducive to the goals that you are trying to achieve over the next 6 months. The next thing you are going to want to do is you are going to want to create your own Becoming the Coolest Person You Know, because that's the season we're in, toolkit. Now, I do have a BTCPIK toolkit, which is just a Notion template and an online course filled with reprogramming chats, journaling, exercise, and a bunch of different things that you can do to become the coolest person you know. I'll leave it linked below if you did want to check it out. But the second part of changing your life over the next 6 months is you want to create a bunch of tools, routines, or habits that are going to help you on a day-to-day basis reprogram who you are. Because to change your life, it really is a matter of changing yourself. To change your external world, it is a matter of changing how you're showing up. Your external world is only responding to who you believe you are on the inside. One of my favorite quotes of all time is that our reality is always going to be a direct reflection of how we feel about ourselves. And so in this process of achieving the goals that you just set out in step 1, you're going to want to choose a few tools that you can use on a regular basis that are going to support that internal growth. For example, for me, the 2 tools that I have chosen to really work with over this period of time is journaling and breathwork. Breathwork is a new experience for me. I haven't actually done a lot of breathwork, but I have had some profound insights come through the moments when I have done that. And journaling is something that I have done a lot over the last few years, and I think it's such a good way to dedicate connecting to myself on a day-to-day basis to figure out what's going on inside and just kind of clean up the muck that is happening. So maybe it's breathwork, maybe it's journaling, maybe it's meditation, maybe it's EFT. Find a few tools that you can utilize to consistently be changing who you are. I think one of the biggest reasons why we fall off the bandwagon when it comes to changing our life is that we make it complicated. We think it's going to be this grand experience. There's a lot of people online that make you feel like the process of changing your life is going to either happen overnight or it's going to be some big, you're going to wake up one day, your whole world's going to be shaken, and most change doesn't actually happen like that. Most change actually happens through the practice and the discipline of small habits and small steps, but you have to actually hold yourself accountable. And I feel like a BTCPIK toolkit or some type of personal development tool that is really simple and enjoyable for you to do on a day-to-day basis is going to be your best chance at actually staying accountable to this kind of growth. Step 3 is what I'm calling the up-level overhaul. Once you have taken full responsibility for yourself, and you have decided what it is that you want to achieve, and you've built yourself a little personal development toolkit, the next thing is you really want to start taking a look at your life, at your environment, and you want to start making sure it is conducive to you achieving these goals. I recently built this content corner, which is a little tool that I teach inside of my program, Influential AF Academy, but this is conducive to my goal. I made it easy for myself to create content because I set up this little content corner so I can sit down every single day without resistance and record content, which is obviously one of the goals that I am working towards over the next 6 months. So you want to take a look at your environment. You want to take a look at your home environment, your work environment. Is it set up for you to achieve your goal? And if not, you really want to spend some time putting effort into setting up your environment to remove all resistance to you achieving your goal. So step 4, and this is crucial. Step 4 is identify your vehicle. Whenever you want to change your life, simply all you are doing is going from point A to point B, where you are to where you desire to be. And one of the things that we overlook is getting really crystal clear on how we're going to get there. What is that vehicle that we are going to take from point A to point B? Sure, over this period of time, you want to engage in a period of experimentation. When it comes to achieving any goal, the way that you're going to be able to do that is through consistency. And consistency, the best way to stay consistent with anything is to actually enjoy what you are doing. So if you want to change your life, you may go through a period where you have to actually experiment with different vehicles. But once you find the thing that is enjoyable for you enough to stay consistent, keep it simple. Don't let yourself sabotage with shiny object syndrome. Oh, maybe I could go in this direction. Maybe I should go in this direction. No. The main thing that is going to change your life is being able to identify what that vehicle is to get you from point A to point B. Like, for example, a few years ago, I completely transformed my physical appearance. And the way that I did that was through Muay Thai. Muay Thai was my vehicle. I found a sport that I loved. I loved to the point where I didn't even have to think about losing weight, getting in shape. I just wanted to do Muay Thai all the time because I was loving it so much that it became the vehicle that got me from where I was to where I desired to be physically. When it comes to taking action in your business, like for example, my goals now are to grow on social media. My vehicle is going to be identifying a content workflow system format that I thoroughly enjoy and that I'm so desiring to show up and take action on each and every single day, that the journey of getting to point A and point B isn't something that I dread, but something rather that I enjoy. I promise you, when it comes to changing your life, sure, you can go about it with willpower and discipline and berating yourself and hating yourself into changing, but that is not the becoming the coolest person you know way. Becoming the coolest person you know is all about becoming the version of yourself that you desire to be, while absolutely loving yourself in the process, by accepting who you are, by loving and romanticizing each and every single day. And you can never make change and move forward in your life positively if you aren't doing so with actions that deeply feel good on the inside. And so when it comes to identifying how you are going to change your life, make sure you are enjoying the vehicle. Make sure you are choosing a vehicle that you thoroughly enjoy. So identify what it is that you want to achieve. We already did that in step 1. And then identify how it is that you're going to get there. You might need to go through a process of experimentation in getting to this point. But once you identify this thing, once you identify the vehicle that is going to get you from point A to point B over the next 6 months, don't let yourself self-sabotage. Don't let yourself get shiny object syndrome. Don't let yourself uproot something that is actually going to work for you in pursuit of something that isn't. Allow yourself to just enjoy the journey, because that is going to be the thing that is truly going to help you be consistent in the process of this change and eventually get you to the goal that you desire to achieve. And the final step, get accountability. I hate when I see online all of these quotes that are like, disappear for 6 months, don't tell anyone your goals. Sure, there might be some kind of benefit in not like proclaiming all of your goals to the world, because other people's impressions might have an influence on you, but I also don't believe in achieving things in a silo. I don't actually believe that we have enough willpower and capability to achieve without any support from loved ones around us. I wanted to read you some statistics that I actually found on the internet when it comes to change, because I think it's going to summarize the points that I've made in this video really well. So when it comes to achieving a goal or achieving change in your life, having an idea means that you are 10% likely to achieve the goal. Consciously deciding, taking radical responsibility, like we said in step 1, means that you are 25% likely to achieving this goal. So the idea of change, 10%. The actual decision to change, 25%. Deciding when you will do it over the next 6 months means that you are 40% more likely to achieve. So actually having that time frame. So giving yourself like, I'm going to dedicate and focus for the next 6 months Planning how you will do it means that you are 50% more likely to achieve the goal, i.e. the vehicle. Like, what is that enjoyable vehicle that you are going to do, that you are going to use to get from point A to point B? The thing that's going to make staying consistent so easy because, you're enjoying yourself in the process. Committing to someone else that you are going to achieve these goals makes you 65% more likely to achieve them. But having a specific accountability appointment with someone that you've committed to makes you 95% more committed to actually achieving this goal. And so what I want you to do is grab a friend, grab your partner, grab someone from your community and actually do this together. Share your goals with one another. Put in your calendar that you're going to have regular check-ins for how you're going on this journey, and make sure you are planning a celebration, a New Year's celebration at the end of this, where you are both going to celebrate how much you have changed your life. It's too easy to make declarations of change and completely just forget about it and fall off the bandwagon with the busyness of life if you are not consistently checking in and setting yourself up for success with support, love, and accountability. You will find it really difficult to stick to the things that you said you were going to do during the difficult periods if you are not enjoying the journey and the process. You will never get anywhere if you don't know where it is that you desire to go. So make sure that you are following these steps over the next 6 months, and I guarantee you at the end of it, you will not even recognize yourself. You will be so different. And like I said, I have big commitments, big goals, and if you want to hear the rest of my goals and the rest of the things that I am committing to, head over to the Becoming the Coolest Person I Know podcast, which I will link below, because that is where I'm going to be documenting my journey and sharing the tools, resources, vehicles, and the accountability, love, and support. So if you want to do it with me, then definitely head over there. I really hope that you enjoyed this video. I just want to empower you to take action. I just want to empower you that you are worthy. You are absolutely worthy of creating success in your life. So whatever season you have been in, whether you've been living and enjoying life, whether you have been in a season of healing, whether you have been in a season of challenge and what the fuck universe, either way, you can make the decision that now is the time that you are going to spend the rest of 2024 completely transforming your life. That is a decision that you have the power to make. You just have to believe that it's possible, and you just have to feel worthy enough to do so. All right, I love you. Let's go become the coolest people we know. And I will see you in the next video.